Matching hundreds. It's a coach. You're immersed in the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A good game there on first down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play fake, Rivers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage. Well, let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. They will be led out by the second overall pick back in 2016. Hard to believe he's already in his 4th season. Carson Wentz.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive complete over the middle. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. On play action, it's Wentz. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now a run with Martin. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Bryant is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give to Martin here, out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Defensively, let's go ahead and meet the starting 11 for Minnesota. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
From the 44, Wentz looking middle, and it's incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. Got a hand in there to break that one up. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. First catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Wentz. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Martin. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Wentz. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 29, Rivers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me their fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. To return is Taylor. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And we turn our focus to Doug Martin. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
1st down. Here's the run with Martin. The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Draw play, this is Martin. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run the counter with Martin. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 6-0 our score after 1.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Check 50, check 50.
On 1st down, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Wentz to throw again. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, a give to Martin. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. On play action, Rivers. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Well, this winds up in empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Doug Martin now gearing up to go again here on offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. A pass there over the middle to start things out. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. And that'll be caught by Cup. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. It's complete. Doug Martin. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And the ball is knocked out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Rivers. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson.
Let's go. Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rivers again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Rivers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. On the draw, here's Martin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Squeeze, double. Kill.
3rd down, it's Doug Martin. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to, just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Waiting. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
The third quarter starts with a run by Martin. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Martin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now Joe Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
First down, Rivers. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Mixon with a first down carry. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On third down, Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mixon. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Matt, we're okay. We're okay. We're 80. Rush in.
Back to Mixon on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run with Mixon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Rivers to throw it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Wentz. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Wentz. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10. Here's Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. But it's going to be 2nd down. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rivers. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Rivers, and he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Rivers now. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rivers on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. And now here comes Kansas City. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Wentz. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This is Mixon on the draw. A 4-yard pickup. That gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. And Woods has it complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A draw play for Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 17, Rivers. That's complete right around the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Throwing, Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now Rivers. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tajay Sharp, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear.
And now loose football, fumble. Martin lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
But plain and simple, That's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Again, it's Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Rivers on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Mixon. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Again, it's Mixon. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by a field goal. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wentz to throw.
That gets him the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And his throw is incomplete. Well, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. back to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Once again, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. On 3rd down, Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Vikings, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.